हिस्ट्री का मतलब जानते हो क्या होता है? हिस्ट्री हिस्ट्री मेड अप ऑफ इवेंट्स दैट अकॉर्ड इन द पास्ट। और हिस्ट्री 3 टाइप के होते हैं, 3 टाइम्स पीरियड, पता है? प्री हिस्ट्री, प्रोटो हिस्ट्री एंड हिस्ट्री। द वर्ड हिस्ट्री means the word history comes from the Greek word historia, which means learning or knowing by inquiry। तो हम लोग पता चली गया कि 3 टाइप की हिस्ट्री है, प्री हिस्ट्री, प्रोटो हिस्ट्री एंड हिस्ट्री। हिस्ट्री एन अर्ली एग्जाम्पल ऑफ राइटिंग फ्रॉम मेसोपोटामिया। वाह यार, हम लोग तो पढ़ ही नहीं पाएंगे, बड़ा स्पेशल करेक्टर है। डेट्स इन हिस्ट्री आर एक्सप्रेस्ड इन BC and AD। Most historians use BCE instead of BC and CE instead of AD। Do you know what is BC? BC stands for before the common era and CE stands for common era। The years expressed in BC are counted backward। तो बिफोर कॉमन एरा में जो होता है ईयर, बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में काउंट होते हैं। जैसे 100 BC कम्स बिफोर 99 BC। ईयर एक्सप्रेस्ड इन C काउंटेड फॉरवर्ड। The Kalinga War between Emperor Ashoka and the King of Kalinga was fought in 261 BCE। This is the example of BCE। BCE means before the common era, और CE stands for common era। फिर हम बात करें तो सोर्सेज ऑफ हिस्ट्री में क्या क्या है? आर्कियोलॉजिकल और लिटरेरी। आर्कियोलॉजिकल सोर्सेज, इंक्रिप्शंस। इंस्क्रिप्शंस क्या होते हैं मालूम है? रिटन रिकॉर्ड engraved on rocks, cave walls, metal pillars, walls of temples and palaces। तो ये सब इंस्क्रिप्शंस हैं। यही सब देखो चला आ रहा। तो हम लोग जब जाते हैं किसी वहाँ पे रिलीजियस प्लेसेस पे, तो लोग अपना नाम वाम खुदवा के, अपने परिवार का नाम खुदवा के रखे रहते हैं इंस्क्रिप्शंस बनाने के लिए। मॉन्यूमेंट से पता चलता है कि किस ज़माने का क्या रहा है। क्वाइंस हैं। ये सब हम लोग क्या बात कर रहे हैं? सोर्सेज ऑफ हिस्ट्री के बारे में। उस ज़माने के क्वाइंस हैं, लिटरेरी सोर्सेज हैं। जैसे हैंड रिटन रिकॉर्ड ऑफ द पास्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ बुक्स आर कॉल्ड मनुस्क्रिप्ट्स। दीज वेयर यूजुअली रिटन ऑन palm leaves and the barks of birch trees। लिटरेरी सोर्सेज में भी डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 टाइप्स। एक हो गया रिलीजियस हो गया, दूसरा हो गया सेक्युलर। रिलीजियस लिटरेचर अगर बात किया जाए तो राइटिंग्स विच डील विद द रिलीजन आर कॉल्ड रिलीजियस लिटरेचर। मेनी बुक्स आर बेस्ड ऑन रिलीजियस थीम्स। वेदास हैं, रामायण है, महाभारत है, द गीता है। टेम्पल्स आर एन इम्पॉर्टेंट आर्कियोलॉजिकल सोर्स। तो अब आप यहाँ देख सकते हो अ पाम लीफ manuscripts, birchmark manuscripts। This is this secular literature, writing which are not religious are called secular literature। These includes stories, poems, plays, biographies of kings, accounts of foreign travelers and books on politics and science। जैसे एग्जाम्पल है द अर्थशास्त्र बाय कौटिल्य। अर्थशास्त्र किसने लिखा है? बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट। अर्थशास्त्र रिटन बाय कौटिल्य। इंडिका किसने लिखा है? द इंडिका बाय मेगास्थनीज। द प्लेज एंड पोएम्स ऑफ कालिदास। द अकाउंट्स ऑफ फाहियन एंड ह्यून सॉन्ग। द संगम लिटरेचर आर सम एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ सेक्युलर लिटरेचर। ये सब जानना बहुत जरूरी है। हिस्ट्री इज द स्टडी ऑफ द पास्ट। It is divided into prehistory, no written records available. Proto-history, very few written records. And history, written records available in plenty. तो अब शुरू कर देते हैं जिसमें है हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय इट्स ज्योग्राफी। द फर्स्ट सिविलाइजेशन इमर्ज इन द फर्टाइल वैली ऑफ रिवर इंडस। वाह यार। Archaeological and literary resources are the two main sources of history. Inscriptions, monuments, artifacts, coins. So history is generally divided into 3 time periods. हाँ देखो हम ही भर रहा हूँ। Physical remains like both pots and bones. And jewelry help archaeologists. The Indus Valley civilization is an example of proto-history. वाह यार, इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन जो आप पढ़ते हैं वो प्रोटो हिस्ट्री का एग्जाम्पल है। Dates in history are expressed in 2 terms: BC, that is before Common Era, and CE, Common Era. The act as a natural barrier between India and Central Asia, which is Himalayas. Inscriptions, monuments, artifacts and coins are examples of archaeological sources. एक चीज़ और देखिए इसमें क्या है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ रहता है सब। एस.आर. राव वाज ए फेमस इंडियन आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट। ही डिस्कवर्ड द हरप्पन साइट ऑफ लोथल। एस.आर. राव जो है इंडियन आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट हैं जो हरप्पन साइट में लोथल को डिस्कवर किए थे। He also excavated the famous dockyard there. Early humans. Palaeu. P-A-L-A-E-U. Palaeu means old. Meso means middle. Neo means new. Lithic has been derived from the Greek word lithos, which means stone. लिथोस का मतलब स्टोन, इसीलिए इसमें हम लोग पढ़ेंगे पहले स्टोन एज। स्टोन एज कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 पीरियड ऑफ हिस्ट्री। स्टोन एज कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 पीरियड्स ऑफ स्टडी। जैसे पैलेलियोलिथिक और ओल्ड स्टोन एज, ये है टिल अबाउट 10,000 BC। वाह यार। फिर आता है मेसोलिथिक और मिडिल स्टोन एज। दिस इज फ्रॉम 10,000 BC टू 8,000 BC। फिर आता है न्यूलिथिक। न्यूलिथिक का मतलब न्यू स्टोन एज। तो ये है आपका 8,000 BC से 4,000 BC तक। साइट्स भी देख सकते हैं आप। अर्ली ह्यूमन लिव्ड इन केव्स एंड इन रॉक शेल्टर्स। तो यही सब चीज़ें हैं जो आपको पढ़ना चाहिए। एकदम हिस्ट्री के बारे में जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है। Humans make tools. A large number of tools belonging to three Stone Age periods have been found at many places. Most of them are of stone since stone was easily available. पहले के लोग स्टोन के टूल बनाते थे क्योंकि आसानी से पत्थर मिल जाते थे. In the beginning, humans searched for stones which could be used as tool. Later, they started making crude stone tools for a specific need. Flint, a type of stone, was widely used to make tools and weapons. Since flint chips easily, it could be molded into different shapes easily. Early humans chipped flint and other stones till they acquired the desired shape. अच्छा, टेक्निक्स का यूज करते थे लोग. टेक्निक्स फॉर टूल मेकिंग. अर्ली ह्यूमंस यूज टू टेक्निक्स, स्टोन ऑन स्टोन या प्रेशर फ्लैकिंग. स्टोन ऑन स्टोन करते थे कि स्टोन टू बी शेप्ड इनटू टूल वाज हेल्ड इन वन हैंड एंड अनदर स्टोन वाज हेल्ड इन द अदर हैंड. सेकेंड स्टोन वाज यूज्ड टू स्ट्राइक द फर्स्ट till the first stone acquired the desired shape. अब इसका यूज क्या करते थे? The stone tools were used to cut trees, scrape the barks of trees, dig the ground, hunt animals and skin them, stitch animals' skin to make cloths, and to chop meat, fruits and wood. Humans discover fire. मेन चीज आ गया. One of the greatest discoveries made by early humans was of fire. It will never be known how it happened. Perhaps two flames were rubbed together and sparks fell on some dry leaves lying nearby. Or perhaps lightning struck a tree and it went up in flames. Over a period of time, humans learned the use of fire. It provided light and kept them warm. मतलब ये एक्सीडेंटली डिस्कवर हो गया था फायर. पता है, दो फ्लिंट को रगड़ा इन्होंने, वहां से स्पार्क निकला और वो जो सूखी लीव्स पे गिरा और वहां से वो बर्न कर गया. तो इससे इनको क्या मदद मिली कि लर्न कर लिए यूज ऑफ फायर. तो इससे इनको क्या मिलने लगा? इट प्रोवाइड लाइट, केप्ट देम वार्म. ठंड के दिनों में इनको उससे गर्मी मिलने लगी तो ये लोग उसके आसपास यूज करने लगे और हमेशा फिर फ्लैंट को रगड़ रगड़ के लोग फायर बना लेते थे. फ्लैंट को रगड़ो और चिंगारी बनाओ और ये पत्ती जलाओ और सेंको. अर्ली ह्यूमंस केप्ट अ फायर बर्निंग एट द एंट्रेंस ऑफ दियर केव्स. फिर उन्होंने क्या किया? केव्स के एंट्रेंस पे एक आग जला के रख देते थे. सो टू स्केयर अवे वाइल्ड एनिमल्स, जिससे जंगली जानवर उससे दूर रहते थे. दे ऑल्सो फाउंड दैट फायर कुड बी यूज टू कुक फूड. उनको पता था इससे खाना पक जाता है. दिस मे हैव हैपेंड एक्सीडेंटली. देखो इसमें लिखा भी है कि ये एक्सीडेंटली हुआ फायर का डिस्कवरी. ए पीस ऑफ रॉ मीट माइट हैव फॉलन इनटू फायर. एक पीस जो है कच्चे मांस का टुकड़ा आग में गिर गया और वो रोस्ट हो गया एंड गॉट रोस्टेड. इट वुड हैव टेस्टेड, ओह वाओ, टेस्टेड गुड, एंड ह्यूमन मे हैव स्टार्टेड कुकिंग दियर फूड आफ्टर दैट. अर्ली रॉक पेंटिंग्स भी करने लगे लोग. देखिए, मेनी केव्स हैव paintings on their wall. Early humans perhaps painted these to express their feelings. They may also have been done on ceremonial occasion. भीमबेटका देखिए, भीमबेटका इन मध्य प्रदेश। तो पिक्चर में आप देखिए क्या दिया है, प्री हिस्टोरिक रॉक पेंटिंग दिया है फ्रॉम द रॉक शेल्टर एट भीमबेटका। इट्स फेमस फॉर प्री हिस्टोरिक रॉक पेंटिंग। द पेंटिंग depicts scene from everyday life of men hunting either alone or in group. पेंटिंग ये दिखा रहा है कि या तो हंटिंग अकेले करते थे या ग्रुप में करते थे। राइडिंग, डांसिंग, परफॉर्मिंग रिलीजियस रिचुअल्स, ढाक छिकी वाला, जिससे पता चलता था कि दे वेयर आल्सो enjoying. Of women grinding and preparing food, of children running, etc. These are the paintings. The Deccan. Many prehistoric sites have been excavated in Deccan. Some of these are in Bori, Morgaon, Chirki Niwas, Isampur, Gunor, Saswad. Early humans were initially hunter-gatherers. They lived by hunting and food gathering. They moved frequently from one place to another. Stone Age is divided into three periods: Old, Middle, and New Stone Age. Early humans made tools of stone. They chipped stone so that they could be used as tools. These stone tools were used for different tasks. The discovery of fire made life easier. Bhimbetka has many such paintings. Hansgi is an important prehistoric site in the Deccan. In the early stage, humans were hunter-gatherers. Stone tools of Middle Stone Age are called microliths. Flint, a type of stone, was widely used for making tools and weapons. जो flint type का stone है उसको वाइडली मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा यूज करते थे टूल और वेपन्स बनाने के लिए। वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट डिस्कवरीज मेड बाय अर्ली ह्यूमन वाज ऑफ फायर। भीमबेटका इन मध्य प्रदेश इज फेमस फॉर प्री हिस्टोरिक केव पेंटिंग्स। चैप्टर 3 अर्ली ह्यूमन्स 2 में अगर हम बात करें, after leading a nomadic life for thousands of years, human gradually begins to settle down to live in one place. Human produce food. The first cereals to be grown were wheat and barley. तो फर्स्ट सीरियल जो ग्रो किए थे लोग क्या था? व्हीट एंड बार्ली। Over a period of time, humans started cultivating more food crops. Sickles have been found at many Neolithic sites. New means new. They might have been used to harvest crop. Agriculture changed the life of early human. जो एग्रीकल्चर है, कृषि जो है अर्ली ह्यूमन की लाइफ को चेंज कर दिया। इनकी लाइफ थोड़ी सी सेटल होने लगी। Their lives were settled. They did not have to go from one place to another in search of food. Human domesticate animals. Besides cultivating crops, early humans also started domesticating animals. मतलब एनिमल को पालने लगे, घरों में रखने लगे अपने साथ. They tamed animals such as dogs, pigs, goats, sheep, cattle, horses, and donkeys. Goats and cattle provided milk, sheep provided wool. The horse and the donkeys were tamed to carry burden. Animals were also a source of meats. Now human invent wheels. तो आप देख सकते हो कि व्हील बाद में इन्वेंट हुआ, फायर पहले. The humans invent the wheel. The invention of the wheel was an important step towards progress. मतलब जब व्हील जो हुआ, इन्वेंशन हुआ, ये बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रोग्रेस था, जिससे कोई भी सामान कैरी कर सकते हैं, मूव कर सकते हैं. The idea of the wheel occurred to early humans. Possibly a log or a stone rolling downwards sparked this idea. The wheel changed people's lives in many ways. They could now go from one place to another much faster than before. पहले से कहीं तेज मूव कर सकते थे व्हील की हेल्प से. They could also move heavy objects more easily. These are the benefits of wheel. व्हील से क्या हुआ? व्हील चेंज पीपुल्स लिव्स इन मेनी वेज. व्हील ने पीपुल के रहने का तरीका बहुत तरीके से बदल दिया. वो कम समय में बहुत अधिक दूर आ जा सकते हैं. हेवी ऑब्जेक्ट्स को ईजिली एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ट्रांसफ़र कर सकते हैं. द व्हील्स आल्सो इम्प्रूव द पॉटरी मेकिंग. द पॉटरीज व्हील came to be used during this period. Humans make pottery. Vessels were needed to store grains, liquids, and cooked food, and needed to be capable of withstanding heat, as well as human learned to make clay pottery, which was shaped by hand and then baked in a fire. तो पॉटरी से क्या होता? वेसल्स बनाने की ज़रूरत पड़ रही थी, ग्रेन को, अनाज को रखने के लिए, लिक्विड्स को एंड कुक फूड को रखने के लिए. तो इससे पॉटरी से बड़ी मदद मिली. द पॉटर्स व्हील enabled them to make pots of different shapes and size in much lesser time. पॉटरी व्हील से कई सारे शेप के पॉट्स बना सकते थे बहुत कम समय में. Archaeological evidences. Archaeologists have found many evidences of existence of early farmers. Mehergarh and other sites. Pit houses, tools made up of stone, bones, and horns of animals. Paintings, daily life. Early humans lived in small groups. Each group had a leader. Generally, the eldest or the strongest member of the group was made its leader. Each person of the group was given a specific task. Some looked after animals, other cultivated fields, and still other made tools and pots. The Chalcolithic age. The Copper Stone Age. Tools of copper which were much stronger than those of stone. Since both stone and copper were used, this period is called Chalcolithic. मतलब जिसमें स्टोन और कॉपर दोनों यूज होने लगा उस पीरियड को क्या बोलते थे? चैल्कोलिथिक. नॉर्थ वेस्ट मेहरगढ़ इन पाकिस्तान is the earliest known farming and pastoral settlement in the Indian subcontinent. Perhaps it was here that humans first grew crops and tamed animals. Charred grains and bones of animals have been found here. Wheat and barley were perhaps in the main crops. Farmer kept cattle, sheep and goats. Deojali Heading is an important Neolithic site in Assam. Daojali Heading is an important Neolithic site in Assam. Extensive digging at this site has yielded polished stone tools, ceramics, and kitchen items such as corn grinders. The first cities. वाह भाई अब cities पे आ गए हो. Indus Valley Civilization. In the Indian subcontinent, the first cities came into being in the valley or river Indus. They were Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Both are now in Pakistan. They were inhabited till about 3005 years ago. Harappa was the first excavated by Rai Bahadur Daya Ram Sahni in 1921. Mohenjo-daro by Rakhal Das Banerjee in 1922. Rakhal Das was actually excavating the ruins of a Buddhist temple when he discovered several layers considerably older under the temple. On further excavation, he found a whole city buried in underneath. Most of the early cities were found in the valleys of the Indus River. That is why archaeologists and historians have named this culture as the Indus Valley Civilization. It is also called the Harappan civilization, as Harappa was the first site to be excavated. The civilization flourished roughly between 2500 to 1500 BCE. We have learned about BCE, before Common Era. Extant for many years after the discovery of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro and other nearby sites, it was believed that this civilization was limited to a small area near the Indus River. Further excavations showed that it was spread over the large part of present-day Pakistan and Indian states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Gujarat. Cities of the civilization. Most cities were very well planned. The streets cut each other at right angles. In Mohenjo-daro, the main street was over 800 meters long and 10 meters wide. Houses were built on both sides of the street in a planned way. Baked bricks were used to construct buildings. Most cities, including Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, were divided into two parts. One part was built on raised ground. It is called the citadel or acropolis. Other part, called the lower town, was at a lower height but much bigger in area. The most impressive structure at Mohenjo-daro is the Great Bath. It is a rectangular structure and resembles a swimming pool. It is made of baked bricks and has been made watertight with a layer of bitumen or tar. The Great Bath has 2 flights of steps, one on each side. There are rooms on the side for changing clothes. Water was probably drawn from a well and drained out after use. This is the picture of Great Bath, Mohenjo-daro. The drainage system of the cities was very well planned. The bathrooms had sloping floors and had drains which were connected to the street drain. The kitchen also had drains connected to the main street drains. Occupations and crafts. People followed different occupations. They were farmers, weavers, potters, jewelers, metal workers, toy makers, stone cutters, seal makers, boat makers, masons, and traders. Trade. The Harappans exported surplus goods and brought in goods that were in short supply. Copper, tin, gold, silver, and precious metals were brought from outside, possibly from Mesopotamia, modern Iraq, Persia, modern Iran, Oman, and Afghanistan. Trading links with Mesopotamia have been proved by the discovery of Mesopotamia seals in many Harappan cities and Harappan seals in the cities of ancient Mesopotamia. Harappan cities in Gujarat. Lothal is a coastal site. Dholavira lies in the Khadir Island in the run of Kutch. It is locally known as Kotda. Excavation first began here in 1990 and are still on. Dholavira was different from the other Indus cities in that it was divided into not 2 but 3 parts: a citadel, a middle town, and a lower town. Each part was enclosed by a stone wall. Goladhoro is a recently excavated site in the Kutch region. Excavated articles suggest articles of shell and copper were produced here. Decline. About 3,500 years ago, there was a big change in the life of the Harappan people. The number of people living in cities became less. Overseas trade stopped. Instead of baked bricks, sun-dried bricks began to be used for construction. The houses became less impressive. In Mohenjo-daro, The drains were choked and garbage got piled up on the streets. We do not know why this was happening, but something was wrong. A general decline had perhaps begun, but a specific cause must have differed from city to city. There may have been natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, epidemics, or a change in the course of river Indus. Whatever the reason, archaeological evidences suggest that people abandoned the cities and moved to smaller settlements. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were the most important Indus cities. The cities were well planned. They were divided into two parts, the citadel and the lower town. Farming was an important occupation. Craftsmen made pots, seals, toys, ornament and other objects. Harappans exchanged goods with Mesopotamia, Persia, Oman and Afghanistan. Harappan script was pictographic. It is still undeciphered. Lothal, Dholavira and Goladharo are the important Harappan sites in Gujarat. A dockyard has been excavated at Lothal. The Harappan cities declined around 1500 BC. People moved to other areas. In the Indian subcontinent, the first cities emerged in the valley of Indus River. The civilization flourished between 2500 से 1500 BC. The streets cut each other at right angles. Baked bricks were used to construct buildings. In Mohenjo-daro, the largest building in the granary. Most of the seals were made of terracotta. Trading links with Mesopotamia have been proved by the discovery of Mesopotamian seals in many Harappan cities. The script of Harappans was pictographic, पिक्चर के फॉर्म में.